Now, most, if not all of us, haven't been able to travel for the past year and a half. And tourism boards around the world are trying to keep their destinations relevant to leisure travelers like us with fun destination trailers.
That's right. Well, journalist Sarah R Stanley has highlighted 7 of them, including Singapore's. So Sarah, hi, welcome to the show. Out of the 7, which is your favorite and why? I should mention that my personal favorite is Switzerland because, of the star power in that video, but I want to hear what your favorite is.
Right, okay, so I'd say all 7 actually have their own concepts that they're kind of bouncing off from, I think, Hong Kong and Australia's tourism boards. They have a take on ASMR videos that was really good. They did a great job of immersing us into their natural landscapes, to trailers that kind of play on skits and short films, which is what you mentioned just now, Switzerland and then Norway's. But for me, I think Iceland's trailer really takes the cake in all the right ways. The song, I think it was titled Sweatpants Boots. It's not just catchy, but the lyrics also speak to all of us who haven't really been able to travel for leisure for more than a year now. And then on top of all that, selling Iceland as a travel destination, they've also tied the trailer to a campaign that offers to fashion boots out of sweatpants, which I think they said was something like a COVID-19 staple nowadays. So I think the pop-up store for this that was in Iceland's capital is closed now, but it was a really innovative freebie that suits our times, and it was wrapped in a really nice, catchy little music video. And it's more than 4 million views, I think, right now.
And how did Singapore's destination trailer compare? What did it do right, Sarah?
Right, so again, it's a completely different concept. So it's kind of targeting locals, like Singapore rediscovers, right? So what we're doing is we're rediscovering places in Singapore like Kampong Glam, Pulau Ubin, Chinatown. And by reinventing these experiences for domestic audience and offering perspective to global audience, they're kind of keeping Singapore top of mind. But what it did differently, as in the Iceland trailer, is that it was a music video, so naturally it's a bit more catchy. They had a freebie attached to the campaign, and it resonated a little more with our current experience living without overseas travel and like in the midst of a pandemic, sorry. So I'd say for the local audience, for Singapore Rediscovers, the message is there to make the most out of our landmarks and the activities that we have now. And if that message gets across, it's already kind of like half a battle won. But in the meantime, until travel resumes, Iceland's trailer, along with every other destination trailer, will probably have to do the job of sustaining our adventurous spirit.
Thanks, Sarah. You can check out her story on straitstimes.com for all 7 videos, including Singapore, South Korea, Norway, and Switzerland.
Well, National Day is just 4 days away, and for that little bit of local flavor, Netflix is adding more Singapore titles, movies, series, animation and documentaries just in time for the upcoming long weekend. Journalist Jan Lee is here to share more with us. So Jan, out of the array that's available on Netflix, which are your must-watches?
I haven't watched the whole range of titles they've added. They've added a lot, there's Wet Season from Anthony Chen, there's Tan Pin Pin's documentaries In Time to Come and Singapore Gaga. There's, the Joanne Pei series, Last Madame, Mr. Unbelievable, Judgment Day, a lot of things. So there are a lot of choices for you here. Personally, the ones that I've watched Wet Season, which I really enjoyed, is Anthony Chen's second movie in what he calls his growing up trilogy. So it also stars Yeo Yan Yan and Ko Jia-le from Ilo Ilo in 2013. Wet Season is about a Chinese teacher who develops like a very special bond with this boy that she teaches in school, and like the sort of emotional turmoil that she's going on in her own life. And it won Yeo Yan Yan the Best Actress Award at the Golden Horse Awards in 2019. So I thought it was quite a I thought it was very atmospheric, and I thought it filmed Singapore in a very beautiful manner. So that's why I really enjoyed it. Dramas wise, I've watched a little bit of Last Madame. I've watched a little bit of Tito Dao, which is a Channel 5 drama about street wayang. So it's about like street opera. It's actually adapted from a play of the same name, if I'm not wrong, by our local playwright Goh Boon Teck, about his own mother, Ah Chiam, who is who was a Chinese street opera performer. So I quite enjoyed the few episodes of the drama I saw when I was reviewing it. So it's a little bit of a period drama, a little bit of local flavor of you see like Singapore in the past and how it's changed and how that has impacted the street wayang community. So a lot of choices here. Personally, I'm quite interested in checking out Tan Pin Pin's documentaries. I haven't really had a chance to watch any of her movies, and in particular, I think Singapore Gaga seems quite interesting because it's from what I've heard, it's quite a whimsical take on the oral soundscape of Singapore. So it's like street buskers, musicians and so on. So yeah, I think there's actually a lot of choices, this weekend. If you are logging onto Netflix, of course you will be logging onto Netflix. It's a long weekend. So for, if you want to, find out a little bit more about what's on the platform, you can always go check out. I think if I'm not wrong, Netflix has a little bit of a local curation in their streaming site, so you can always go check that out.
Well, thank you so much, Jan. As always, that was journalist Jan Lee.
Well, tons more ideas on how you can make the most out of this long weekend, as well as a Phase 2 heightened alert over at Life's Stay Home Guide.